This annual event stands as a symbol of the historic struggle and global resilience and the noble aspirations of the working class, both at home and across the world. This celebration is not just another public holiday. It is a day rooted in history for sacrifice and the struggle for justice, equity, and the dignity of labor. Here in our country's historical trajectory, our state holds a place of pride because it was right here that the first officially recognized May Day celebration was held in 1980 under the visionary leadership of the late Governor of Kano State, Alhaji Abba. That singular act not only placed Kano on the global map of Black's history, but also affirmed our state's deep-rooted commitment to the welfare and dignity of Blackers. Since then, Kano has remained a beacon of progressive governance and labor consciousness. Distinguished comrades, the theme of this year's celebration, reclaiming the civil space in the midst of economic hardship, is a timely and inclusive development. In this context, the role of the civil service assumes unparalleled significance. As a permanent institutional machinery of government, the civil service remains the engine room of policy articulation, aggregation formulation, implementation, and evaluation. Let me say here that no meaningful governance can take place without a competent, disciplined, and forward-looking civil service. It is for this reason that our administration has made the revitalization of the civil service a key pillar of our development agenda. From the very inception of our administration, we prioritize the improvement of the civil service by initiating deliberate measures aimed at providing staff with conducive workspaces and equipping them with modern tools. Our goals have been to enhance operational efficiency, boost staff morale, and ultimately ensure the delivery of high-quality, sustainable outcomes across all sectors. Let me equally say that we make capacity building and training our priorities. We have institutionalized regular in-service training and workshops to equip our civil servants with modern administrative tools and ICT skills necessary for 21st century governance. In furtherance of our commitment to capacity building, we granted approval to the Office of the Head of Service to initiate discussions on the resumptions of training programs under the auspices of the Administrative Staff College of Nigeria, ASCO, for all our workshops. This institution, I must say, is our echelon partner in capacity building of our workforce that are roughly stopped by the first government. The initiative is intended to equip our personnel with contemporary skills and deepen their operational competence, thereby strengthening the capacity of the state to achieve greater efficiency and sustainable development in the future. We initiated also and recorded significant progress in reviewing key books, reference materials that govern the routine operations of the state civil service. This includes the civil service rules, scheme of service, financial instructions, and store regulations. All these efforts forms part of our broader initiative aimed at reinvigorating the civil service and enhancing its capacity to meet the challenges and demands of the modern era, as well as ensuring that civil servants remain aligned with established laws and regulations. We will not take the welfare and motivation of our workforce lightly. As a responsible government, we remain consistently committed to ensuring that the entitlement of our civil servants are promptly processed and duly delivered. We continuously strive to afford fairness, transparency, and accountability in practice. Despite the economic crisis, we have sustained the payment of salaries and pensions as and when due. Fellow comrades, at this juncture, I take great pride without hesitation or reservation in informing the world that Kano State is among the very first states to have undertaken a comprehensive review of civil servant salaries. Through deliberate and determined effort, we have successfully ensured that the new minimum wage for civil servants in Kano State stands at 71,000 naira. This is a commendable bold step towards enhancing workers' welfare. And I'm also happy to mention here that Kano State was the first state to practically implement this minimum wage scheme. We were the first to pay in all the fellow comrades. This revised salary structure was introduced with the firm conviction that it will help alleviate the economic burdens faced by our civil servants. More importantly, it is a strategic step aimed at boosting their morale, strengthening their commitment, and for the environment. In a similar move, this administration has authorized Federal Mortgage Bank's National Housing Scheme, underscoring our steadfast determination to advancing the welfare and living standards of our civil servants. To this end, we have recorded substantial milestones in the implementation of this initiative. Our effort remains resolute and aligned with our comprehensive vision of guaranteeing affordable, dignified, and sustainable housing solutions, including the release of 100 million naira and other logistics. The Honorable Pension Union successfully hosted its Colonial National Delegates Conference recently in the state capital. In addition, we have paid an unprecedented 16 billion clear the backlog of retirement benefits abandoned by the previous administration. We get this in batches of 5 billion first batch, 5 billion second batch, and 6 billion third batch. I'm happy here to say that by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, another batch of payment is also in the pipeline very soon by the grace of Allah. As part of our broader reform agenda, we have equally reviewed the minimum monthly pension Abba from a mega 5,000 naira during the previous administration. We have dignified 20,000 naira, ensuring our senior citizens live with greater comfort and pride throughout the present administration, inshallah. We have also institutionalized the timely remittance of pension deductions into the purpose of the pension fund trustees, thereby restoring transparency, trust, and sustainability in the system. For us, pension reform is not just an administrative exercise, it is a solemn duty to those who serve with honor and whose desire to retire with dignity and security. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished comrades, as part of our broader public sector reform agenda, our administration has initiated a restructuring of key ministries and agencies, eliminate redundancy and fulfill a result-driven work culture. In line with this vision, we have established 4 new ministries. One, Ministry of Housing Development, 2, Ministry and also Local Government Service Commission. We have also, in addition to the 4 ministries, we have established since last year, namely Ministry of Internal Security and Special Services, Ministry of Humanitarian and Poverty Alleviation, Ministry of Solid Minerals, and the Ministry of Power and Renewable Energy. This strategic expansion is aimed at strengthening institutional frameworks, providing greater employment opportunities for our teeming youths, as well as addressing emerging priorities and sectoral challenges. Let's name them. We recently assented most establishing 5 new agencies, namely the Kano State Social Protection Agency, the Kano State Signage and Advertisement Agency, the Kano State Information and Communication Technology Development Agency, the Kano State Infrastructure Management Agency, and the Kano State Small and Medium Enterprises Development Agency. Let me say that these agencies will be strategic institutions aimed at stimulating innovation, supporting small businesses, regulating signage and advertisement activities, enhancing public protection, and improving service delivery in the state. Similarly, the creation of these agencies is expected to play a pivotal role in job creation, investment attraction, and the efficient execution of government initiatives. to lay a solid foundation for our stand. Distinguished distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to use this opportunity to extend our profound gratitude to workers of the state across all sectors, whose dedication and sacrifice have been instrumental in enabling this celebration to achieve remarkable success within less than 2 years. Against this backdrop, the administration has embarked on strategic and transformative our renewal agenda, and seen with a clear vision to reposition Kano as a modern, functional, and economically vibrant metropolis, repeating its historic status as a center of commerce, learning, and civilization. Let me say, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, in response to the chairman's reminder on the provision of workers' auditorium at the Nigeria level Congress headquarters, I am pleased to inform my esteemed Congress here present that our administration has already concluded all necessary arrangements and formal approval of 288 million naira has already been graciously granted and approved by the State Executive Council for the construction of a befitting auditorium at the Labour headquarters. This landmark project conceived in recognition of the enduring contributions of the Labour movement, and it will be named at the end of completion in honor of late Alhaji Muhammad Abba, the first civilian governor of Kano State, who out of his visionary leadership initiated the May-Day celebration in Nigeria 45 years ago. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, all our achievements and initiatives married with elegance and style, but through strategic investment that enhance connectivity, promote efficiency, and improve the overall quality of the life of our innocent citizens. In pursuit of this vision, we have initiated also the comprehensive rehabilitation, expansion, and modernization of critical road networks, reduce traffic flow, reduce travel time, and open up new economic corridors. Work has since commenced and reached an unappreciable level of progress on the construction of strategic interchanges and flyovers at Abba and temporary junctions, address long-standing infrastructural bottlenecks while concurrently upgrading drainages and stabilizing to enhance safety, sanitation, and accessibility. We are demonstrating our continuous efforts to ensure that our children receive a world-class education that will equip them with the skills necessary to compete effectively in the global arena. This aspiration provided also the impetus for the declaration of the state of emergency on education. A whole initiative designed to strengthen the resilience and robustness of our education system.
ensuring it delivers foundational competencies in literacy and numeracy, among other critical skills, essential for the future success of our children in our dear state. We have accorded also utmost priority to security, recognizing that commerce and stability cannot thrive side by side. Consequently, we have established a robust task force dedicated to combating drug snatching and criminal gang activities, in addition to creating a fully fledged unit of internal security, as I just mentioned earlier. We are grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that our efforts are yielding tangible results with significant progress. Not thrive in isolation. The voice of workers must be heard. Their contributions valued and their rights protected at all the times. Such, our administration remains open to constructive engagement with organized labor and other civil society organizations to build a more inclusive and prosperous country as our home. Let me say here that as we celebrate this historic event, we have to renew our commitment to unity, productivity, and patriotism. Let us also remember that while economic hardship poses real challenges, it also presents an opportunity for innovation, resilience, and collective actions. Let me say here, in conclusion, to the entire workers of Kano State, that I salute your dedication. I salute your perseverance. I salute your commitment to duty. Your role in sustaining government and advancing development cannot be overstated. Let us therefore use this occasion not only to reflect on the past, but we commit ourselves to the values of hard work, civic responsibility, trust of one another, and collective progress for the benefit of our dear state of Kano, for the benefit of the citizens of the state. Long live the rightful people of Kano State. Long live the good citizens of Kano State. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Also, happy May the celebration to all our